Bam, 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 bam. Kevin, you gonna buy a Beamer? Morning. How's it going?
Great. See you.
You too. Yeah, that's right. Oh, no, nobody can hear me. Gosh, you think of everything. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Late Night Playset. I don't need half the things in my hands, but I did need to get that unraveled from there. All right. Please, while I do this, like and subscribe this channel. Now would be the time to do it for sure. For sure. Jay Ryan here. We have Nicole Ryan over here. This is the Cars and Comedy Show. We are here in the Late Night Playset. We have no guest this evening, but somehow we have a behind-the-scenes crew to cover it all. We've got Stan the Man is here. He's a previous guest on this show. He's a good car friend, Porsche driver. Wearing his Good Vibes hat today, so we like that even more so. Bend down just a little bit so they can see your hat. He's also a tall guy. Tall guy. Wherever the red light is. Come on, you're in the business. Gee whiz. We have also got you on Instagram, and look at this guy all the way from, well, he's always in Canada, but he was all the way on the eastern side of Canada. He was in T-Town, T-Rock?
T-Dot.
T-Dot.
T-Dot. T-Dot. Canadian Mike is back in the house. How are you and your beard, Canadian Mike? You look fantastic.
I feel fantastic. It's same time, same mic, new channel.
Now wait a second. You can't. Well, I guess we are. You can steal any campaign you want. That one's almost.
I feel like I can say that right now, and it's the only time in 30 years that it's been appropriate that I say those words.
It's 29, almost 29 years ago, right? I know what you're referring to. You're referring to when Letterman left one network and went to the other, and then the big CBS ad campaign. The entire summer long was. Say it again.
Well, it was same Dave, new time, new channel. I believe was that.
That's
version
it.
Of it.
That's it. And about 100 different variations of the same thing.
Yes.
Yes, it was the summer of Dave for sure. Well, thanks for bringing that up. Was your trip Dave related in any way?
My trip was not Dave related. It was sports card related. I was helping a friend of mine who owns a memorabilia store, but a lot of cool Dave stuff started happening while I was there. Lots of cool stuff happening.
Oh, good for you. Awesome. Awesome. All right. Well, we're probably going to be talking about that stuff as well. Since Canadian Mike is here, I will just simply toss to him, and now I will walk to the other side of the desk.
While Jay is walking to the desk, I will say some words that will break the time that it takes for Jay to walk to the desk.
This guy's picking
And now
up
I
on
have done
what I'm
that because
laying
Jay is
down.
at the desk.
Oh man, thank you for that. Thank you for that. It does make it a little bit easier. Now let me get Instagram over here on the pretty girl. There we go. Now we are experimenting. While you were gone, producer Mike, or Canadian Mike, Jesus, whoever you are, the guy with the beard north of the border there, the good-looking guy you were just talking to. While you were gone, we've had some issues. The iPad, we can't go live on the iPad anymore. There is
What happened to the iPad?
Nothing. The iPad's fine. We're on the iPad now. I'm on Cars and Comedy, the show, watching what we're doing on Cars and Comedy 111. I mean, are you shitting me? So that I can then read what's happening, because this is way too small for my old eyes. And even if I can read it, but it like takes every bit of energy away from all the rest of the stuff. So we've been experimenting and figuring. Oh no, that too. In the microphone. We need a whole studio rebuild, I think. That's
Outstanding.
That's what we need here.
Because we know you love to do that.
Yeah. When it was in the beginning. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, sure. You bet I do. You bet I do. But the thing is, all of my friends are, excuse me while I pull my pants up because I forgot my belt today. Good grief. I mean, everybody saw the bubbles though, right? We had the bubbles? Oh, good. I don't remember, but it's a shit show, and it's my fault because I don't have enough bandwidth. Yeah, here's the bubbles. Great. There's a little bit of delay when you push the button and when the bubbles show up. These are not comedy bubbles. They're the world's best bubbles, but they're not necessarily comedy bubbles anymore, which is neither here nor there. Shit, how you doing? And I'll collect myself. Oh, that's what this is. This damn we on this are covering all of my information here. I'll be a little bit better now when I tell you all that tonight is Thursday, June 9th, 2022. And now I will say that it's Tradecraft Thursday and allow you to have some of this here. And now ask how you're doing. What's going on with you? Couldn't even wear the shoes in today.
No, everything's heavy and nothing works, so I'm plugging along.
Yeah. Ugh, I hate to make this, you never want to make this shit a downer. Like, I don't like talking about this stuff on the show because I think it's such a downer, but other people constantly are saying, oh, I'm so glad you talk about that stuff on the show. And I'm like, really? Because we're trying to be kind of light and funny and loving and good vibey and stuff. And if you actually knew what it was like around here, you would be wicked depressed. It's bad. It's so bad lately. I don't want to make you cry or anything, but it's so bad lately that people don't understand that when they see you for an hour or so, that's kind of it for the week.
It's bad, and I'm trying to get help from a medical side, and they keep messing that up. So I've spent the morning on hold and dealing with insurance.
Yeah, I heard you. We're still trying to do the disability thing, too. I mean, like, she's been denied for disability 2.5 times. three times. 3. For whatever reason, we're figuring all that out. But it's like a weird. It's weird how this country treats ill and sick and disabled people. That's another thing, and I don't want to make that our thing today. But on the Cars and Comedy
Show,
that's
the whole thing. But I'm on hold still for one application, and I was denied for another. So there's so many systems involved. It's
crazy. It's crazy. I'm sorry that you have to deal with it. I think I'll tell you what. This is really sad and everything, but I think that the system is designed to wear you out so you just die and go away.
I think so, too. It really shows, like, they don't care about people that don't care about themselves. So you have to advocate for yourself.
Right.
All the time. And I had to call again and be like, nope, wrong doctor again. Like, you have to push the boundaries sometimes because they just read. It's like that movie that, like, complaint A, go to page 6, like whatever. Like, they don't know sometimes.
Right. No, the doctors you're talking to is the equivalent of a telemarketer in the 90s, where like if you answer one question, you can hear them turn the page. Oh, they said B to that. When they turn the page, oh, next question now. Yeah. It's kind of, I'm sorry you have to deal with it. I salute you. I know how much energy it takes, and not just the energy, but like it fritzes your brain out. It makes you do things. You've spent so much energy trying to like let go of a lot of stuff, and I feel like PTSD creeps in whenever you have to deal with that shit.
Yes, I get more for. I'm really glad that some people want to help make this happen, and I get really irritated by people that don't do their job, and that's a me thing. But like, do what you say you're gonna do. Like that's why we're talking at all neurology department. Like read my scans. Like why did a layman on the phone yesterday read them to me, and you say you can't access them? Like things that don't make sense to me wear me out because it makes sense to me, and then I have to explain it to someone, and then go one step further and be like, and then do this with that information.
And people don't understand that there's a neural threshold that, like,
No.
yeah.
This doctor was like, so when you stand up, I'm like, I just told you I can't walk.
I haven't
Like,
been able to stand in 2 years.
I just told you that. We just had a whole conversation. Like, that's a redundant
Can you,
question.
next time you talk to one of these doctors, can you, like, send them, like, anything on who you used to be so that they can understand, like, who they're talking to is
I've
not
tried.
just someone who
I've-
lives under a bridge who, like, can't help themselves
I've
or
tried.
something? And that's
I've
no
tried.
disrespect to anyone who's in that situation either.
I've tried. They don't care. Like, they're not even looking up scans I did last week. Like,
Right. I know.
baby
I know. That's why we
steps.
got away from the Western medicine in the first place 5 years
Yeah.
ago. I know. Going back to it was, I salute you for doing it, but I was very surprised when you agreed to. Because I remember how we left this.
I got too far in a process I didn't know enough about, and I know too much about a process I'm not part of in yet. So the only way to figure out is to go forward. Like I'm gonna have to do this eventually. So
Yes.
I can't talk anyway. Like I might as well do it now. Learn how to be patient about it when they don't care anyway. Like they're not listening to half the things you say.
I'm sorry you had to deal with all that. I mean, legitimately.
Thanks.
I know technically I guess we have to deal with some of it, but I mean, I know what it does to you. I know what it does to you, especially when you're going down a path that you don't even necessarily believe in your own self, and you're like trying to just go through the motions for everybody else's sake almost. You're
I'm
smiling.
not even to the person I want to talk. I need to talk to yet. I'm just.
It's still in the system.
Yeah, I'm still waiting to get an appointment. That could be months from now. Like, whatever.
It is
If
crazy.
this is what I'm here to do, then fine.
That's the attitude. But that's it. I mean, are you able to do all of this stuff and then still do the things you're needing to do for the foundation, like journaling for your own self, and I got this here because like we got to still review this for them. This was a wonderful box from Deftones, things like that, which are all on your schedule, and they're all things that you intend on doing. But meanwhile, this other stuff. The medical stuff, the dealing with the doctors and the systems and the programs and all that stuff, it wears you out. Are you able to then do any of this other stuff, or is everything get backburnered? I'm asking sort of for me, but also for everybody else.
Partly, but it's put me in a position of having to think about things more to narrow down what I don't need to do. Like pot reviews, I found out are mostly about marketing materials, and like that's not my bag. Like I don't care about materials and like sales tools. Like tell me what you want and I'll do that. I can do that, but like I can't handwrite shit anymore. So everything takes time to like. I have to go through it and read everything again and try to take everything.
Well, hang on. In all fairness, I'm hearing a lot of reasons you can't do stuff when there are certain things we've agreed to do already. So let's not say that. I know that's not what you mean to say, but what you're saying is there are certain things that are harder for you to do and certain things you don't want to do because they either don't align or are difficult for you. Is that true?
Yeah, everything becomes really clear instantly when you have to. You can do 4 things and you used to be able to do 12. Like you figure out really fast what you can do.
Right.
Speaking and thinking clearly is not my forte.
This is my issue. You get worn out and you get spun out a lot, and then we sort of lose the thread. That's okay. That's part of this. We knew that would happen. But does that also happen when it comes to, like doing work, like things that you have to do for either the foundation or for your own self? I mean, you don't need to write in a journal to journal. You know, you have an iPhone with a camera and a video. I mean, there's all sorts of ways to do things. So I don't want to see you cut yourself off to things that you used to enjoy even.
I lose my train of thought so fast all the time. Like, I've already forgotten what you asked. And so
It's okay.
it takes every ounce of me, every second to not cry.
Yeah.
So I get distracted by how I feel.
Yeah.
So
I'm sorry to
it
bring
takes me away from everything.
Yeah.
Any work, anything. When I get like this, which I don't fucking like.
This is the thing. I want to say thank you for getting this way, even though it's awful for you.
I don't
it's
mind
awful
it
for you.
if I could say anything that made any sense, anyone cared about, but I don't want to sit here and just be like, woe's me. Like, I'm so not that person. So, like, this sucks for me.
Yeah.
And it will take all day to figure out. Like, because my mind will be like, I don't want to beat myself up, but my mind goes there to be like, let's deconstruct what happened, like, and why and how and what was said, and like, find other words to make it better. It's like, what the fuck? So
And you go through that constantly, all the time,
all
not
the
just
time.
right now.
all the time.
Yeah. I'm grateful to you for sharing. People don't know. They don't know what it's like. It's a Tom Petty. You don't know how it feels. You don't know how it feels. And none of us do. You're just one example. This goes for every single person out there. Everybody's dealing with something.
Yes.
Everybody's dealing with something.
Everyone is, and my advice to anyone is, if you really want to know anything, ask whoever you want to know from. The end, like, then you can stop thinking about it and spending the energy on it and putting it into the universe. Like, just fucking ask.
Okay, that's good advice. Is that in reference to anything in particular?
No, just something you just said triggered me to be like, I hear all the time, like, oh, I wanted to know, blah, 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 blah. Then ask.
Right. Do you think people are afraid to you, maybe? You're not. You're pretty approachable, especially at Breakfast Club, because like we're in public and you can't run away.
It's not even about me. I can't move now. So, like, everyone has free access to me and they utilize that all the time. But, like, they want to know everything about their friend or their sister or their brother. Like, ask. Stop talking about things and just find out. And then you can
I see what you
actually
mean.
know.
Like, because some people, I mean, constantly, people who don't know you very well, or they want to help in some way. They come up, oh, my brother-in-law just started the keto diet, and his MS went away, or whatever, right? Or somebody who used to be in a wheelchair, and they're walking now, and they bungee jump and whatever. Like, everyone's got these stories and whatever, and something, but they don't ever ask you first, or have you heard about this? Or I understand the idea that things are better in the form of a question, so you don't have to go reorganize life for people.
For once, I'm not even talking about me. Like,
Oh.
people all the time are like, I wondered about that car, like what so-and-so thought of that car, and they're literally 100 feet away.
Oh, go ask them.
Ask them. Stop talking about what you think they might think about that car. Like, they're right there.
This may be if I may, this may be the type of thing where you have a different perspective than a lot of other people in this world, and you perhaps see how precious time and opportunity are. And I feel like a lot of people, the rest of us are like, oh, tomorrow's another day. Oh, I'll ask him next time, whatever the heck. And we get caught in those cycles sometimes for 20, 30 years. But your advice, having looked down the tunnel, I'm guessing, I know mine changed. My perspective changed, and I got that little nugget of truth. It sounds like you have it too, and that's why you want to pay it forward?
Yeah. I hope if that's what I'm here to do, like, great. Like,
Yeah.
that's a pretty awesome purpose.
Thanks for being here for couples therapy. That was just for us, but we're glad you saw it. How do you feel now after a few minutes? You talked through it, which I thought was great. You didn't stop and...
That helps. I mean, I'm in so much pain. Like, I've done analyzing how I am. Like, I hate that question anyway, but emoting is good.
Is there anything that makes you? This is the Nicole show. It is what it is. Is there anything that lessens that or takes it away? Is there any position? Is there a different chair? I mean, again, I know the answer to some of these, but for other people, is there a different chair? Is there a different position or anything that makes you more comfortable? Ever?
No.
We spend a lot of time on the floor, don't we?
That's the only way I can stay prone and not moving, like fidgety.
Yeah, because you're so uncomfortable. People give me crap for vacuuming every day. I'm like, if you spent as much time on the floor as we do, your place would be immaculate too. Like you can't, what are you gonna have a dirt floor and eat off of it every night? Like we genuinely do. Our living room gets made up into a little picnic area where we live a lot of the time. It's where we watch movies and stuff. And sorry if you think that's weird. There was a point in our life where we might have thought it was weird too. Now it's a necessity and it's how we live. So people are weird and people have weird quirks. I say don't be judgmental about it.
Yeah.
So you're on the floor a lot. I'll tell you what else. We order Wendy's once a week.
It's so good. It made me so happy last week.
You want to talk about guilty pleasures and weird shit. Stuff you like, teenage stuff, like making up the floor on the, the bed. Have a sleepover, watch a movie late at night. We order Wendy's on Fridays after Breakfast Club in the afternoon.
Tomorrow, I'm so excited.
Oh my God, it's tomorrow already. That's hilarious. It's hilarious. Yeah, all right. So there's a lot of stuff on this card, but let me check in with Canadian Mike. What's going on with you, Canadian Mike? How are you doing up there, man?
Who the hell gives you crap for vacuuming every day? That's what I want to know.
People who don't, which is most people.
You have no idea.
Yeah, Stan, the man's on the floor. He just raised his hand. Oh, what's going on? I got a weird hair thing going on. A little springy.
There's a lot of love going on in the Instagram. There's a lot of love coming out for Nicole right now.
Oh yeah.
And, yeah. Thank you for being so brave and for talking about this shit and being the advocate, being the light.
Buy a badge.
There are folks buying badges.
She did her
auto-kennel.
She did her whole thing about I don't want to do reviews because they're just for marketing. I was like, no, if it's me doing it, it's just for marketing. You have multiple sclerosis. Your voice on this is different. Now you don't have to do the work. We can have somebody do the writing down in the video.
Here's where I'm a dick, and I don't talk to you, but so I decided the best thing is just to talk, and I'm really sorry. The boundary of public-private information in my head is gone. But
is it, or is it just extra strong? I think yours is extra strong, isn't it? From all those, your wall is built up, is what I've noticed. You're only recently starting to break it down.
It's very built up, but to live a life around people, I had to take all of that shit down and go to square one, crawling on the ground mentally.
Yeah, people don't understand. We're nobody, right? Imagine she's my publicist, right? I'm this little talk show host guy, but I'm effing nobody. Nobody. The people who are watching the show know who I am, and the people who come to Breakfast Club know who I am. That's it. I can go anywhere else in this world and be absolutely no one, right? And she's repping someone like me. We're at the level where you should be watch my show, everybody please come here. She's used to working with Chris Rock, Judd Apatow, Steve Carell, everybody on this wall here, Dimitri Martin, Craig Robinson. I'm just trying to Will Ferrell. I'm trying to think of all the people, Rob Corddry. Those are the people that everyone are constantly clamoring to get to. So someone like her has to be nope, nope, I don't think so. Left and right? So it's a totally different. She had to flip her switch completely from nobody gets in to, geez, it'd be great if somebody paid attention. Oh, man. Sorry, Mike. I know that wasn't about you, but I'm very proud
You got
of
her to laugh big, and I love her big laugh.
Hey, don't talk about my wife's big laugh, you son of a bitch. That might be okay in Canada, but down here, Americans are crazy. So, you went on a trip, and it was not, what the hell was it? It was collector card related? I don't know why I thought it was a business trip for you.
Well,
And
it was no, not really.
forgive me if I just blew the cover on that.
No, that's okay. My buddy owns a very, very high-end memorabilia.
Thinks it is.
My work is my work. I'm my own boss, so that's okay. No, my buddy owns a really big sports card store with a lot of memorabilia stuff. Yeah.
Sorry.
And so, like, we went out there, and I'm in the circle of trust.
I don't even know where it was.
And there's 5 people behind the booth. Like, one of his cards worth over $250,000, and he has a bunch of other ones.
I'm sorry.
It's a disaster
There's
show.
all sorts of commotion with the behind-the-scenes crew in the studio.
I am all about contributing to a disaster show.
We're listening. We're listening. I got you.
Sure.
I got you.
No,
All right.
it's just,
people you've been here before. People have never been here before. We're in, like, we always talk about our dining room. We are in the dining room, of course. When you see this, we're sitting here in the dining room. But, like, it's actually 2 rooms. So he's not in here with us. He's just, it's like another guy in another room that's just kind of in the neighborhood of where we are. So I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what's happening over there. What's happening
it's the Playset Nook.
You're looking really good from this side.
Great.
You got some awesome stuff going on, but I'm going, man, that was a great photo.
All right. I'm sorry. All right. Sports card store.
Yeah, and memorabilia and stuff.
And
like, he's got signed Michael Jordan jerseys and things like that.
Oh.
So
All right.
we were.
And you
out
went up there to
and
help
it
him with a convention or something?
Yes, it was one of the biggest conventions in Canada for such things, and only certain people can be trusted behind the booth and all the other adventures
that's all
that are happening.
valuable
And
stuff,
I'm in that circle of trust with him. So yeah.
Yeah, this isn't baseball cards. This is like high profile, high dollar stuff.
He's got some baseball cards and some hockey cards and some basketball cards, all that are worth $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, things like that.
Gotcha. I mean, when I was a kid,
High-end
they were
stuff.
like 35 cents and they came with gum. Or maybe $1. I don't know what they were. I was not into sports cards. Can you believe that? Not. Although I did have the Back to the Future 2 cards, and there was something else just because they were Back to the Future.
I have those. I have the Back to the Future card set upstairs.
Hilarious.
I love them. Have the whole set.
Hilarious.
Did you know that there's 88 cards in the set?
No, I don't think I did.
Makes sense. I thought that
It
was a
does,
nice
or
little touch.
121. It depends. There was a period of time when we were doing the time machine where we talked about doing this is behind the scenes stuff I really shouldn't be talking about, but hey, it is what it is. There was a period of time when we were doing the screen used time machine restoration when we were talking with the DeLorean Motor Company that is in the news these days. But we were
And on the
talking
show
with them
these days as well.
we were talking with them briefly about doing time machine issued DeLoreans, and it was like there were going to be 2 levels, and one would be $88,000 and one would be $121,000 because of the stupid number. And it was like, the person who said it is a very high profile person, not in the Back to the Future community, in the DeLorean community, so not a creative. And they were like, wow, we're missing. I can't do the impression, otherwise it'll give it away. That was close.
Do the impression as Doc Brown instead.
Right. No, but anyway, they were like, we're missing the target. I think we're missing the issue here if we don't make them this and that. And I was like, nobody who buys this car is going to care about that gimmick. You're trying to sell like 2 for 1 at Burger King or something with that logic. It doesn't apply here. You could make them 150 and 300,000, and they will get them the same way. It'll be the same people who bought them. You know what I mean? It's the same 5 guys who want the damn thing, and they've got the money to pay for it. They'll pay whatever it is.
Right.
$88,000. Anyway. Well, welcome back. It's nice to see you back. You look like you really look kind of like you went on vacation. More so than when you came here. Does anyone agree with me? Or doesn't he look, he's like tan and well rested or something?
I do. I knew.
Were you stressed out when you came here?
I was nervous when I came there.
Yeah.
I was totally nervous when I came there, but I'm not nervous at all right now.
Were you nervous because of what? Because of Dave?
Because
you went to see Dave when you were here last.
Yeah, nervous energy. It was like electricity. It wasn't like I was scared. It was just a nervous electricity kind of coursing through me. And I'm very relaxed right now.
Yeah, good for you. You enjoy it.
Not quite Tradecraft Thursday relaxed, but relaxed.
Do you we might have asked you this before. Do you partake in the whatever that's called?
Actually, you and I are very, very similar in that. My idea is the next time that you and I converse, it's about a half an hour after we've each had a nice little gummy bear. I think that would be very cool.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I do like the edibles, actually. I haven't had an edible.
Me too.
Quite a while. We should get some edibles. It's been a long time for me. I really enjoyed the edibles. But yeah, these days I kind of enjoy all of it, you know. I was not a pot smoker. Neither one of us were. I mean, we say that all the time. I mean, the medicinal thing started because of you and everything you're going through. But I started doing it, I guess, roughly the same time in the experimental, just kind of like, let me see if I can get into this. Because we had stopped drinking around the same time, and it was like, oh, something else. Well, that'd be nice. I don't know. All right, well, here's the thing. There's a lot of stuff on this card. We haven't done any of it. So, I mean, maybe that's good. I've got some East Coast feeds. We may as well hit those. And then we've got TBT, which we could do, I guess, at the end. Doesn't really matter. Shazam's trip. We just sort of found out about that a little bit. How's the weather? You haven't seen this? This is going to be very demanding on Canadian Mike for right now. You haven't happened to have seen the shows while you were gone. You're not caught up with this program, are you?
I'm 3/4 of the way through the DeLorean episode.
Oh my God, you really are. You're caught up. So
I love the show.
Yeah, but so on that episode we called and we asked Dave to tell the Mike story.
You told Barbara Gaines you loved her, man.
Oh, yeah. All right. So you did pay attention. I forgot about that. That was embarrassing. Oh, God. That was...
No, it was sweet. It was adorable.
Yeah, and I think someone like she would probably find it. So I think someone else who listened to that message before her, if there's a screener or, you know who, or somebody else from the organization, I can't... If you see the video, you see me embarrassed afterwards. If you get the message, someone says, all right, well, I love you. Click. Anyone who's watching this show gets to see, oh, Jay was out of sorts. Oh, he lost his mind after. Oh, he was so embarrassed and all that. We all had a good laugh about it. It's different when you only get the message. Someone says, hey, I was really obsessed as a kid, and I got this thing, and blah, 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 and I love you. Well, look, it's the vulnerability show, right? You cried earlier and showed your everything, and here I am, spring break. All right, well, we got a scratcher here, but your hands don't work, so I'll have to do it if we do that. We have the East Coast feed. We have that. You know what? Let's talk about the chairs. Behind Stan the Man over there are some boxes with the furniture covers on top. I was supposed to move those. But the boxes over there, thank you, Vanna. And I'd like to rest on a gift certificate, Pat, are the new chairs. The new chairs for the Cars and Comedy show. They look like this. And I'm showing them to you now because we are seeking sponsorship for these beautiful Herman Miller chairs. These are Eames. They are actual Eames licensed chairs by Herman Miller. They are in what we are calling Kathleen Anchors Blue. It's a newly designed blue based on the original Letterman chairs. Kathleen Anchors was the original designer of the Letterman production design in those chairs. So that was our little tribute. And we are seeking sponsorship for these chairs before they get into the studio. So send us a message, send us a check, send us a Venmo. Or nothing, whatever. We're gonna switch them anyway. We'll see. We don't care what you think. No, but there are a lot of things in this studio we've mentioned, and then people come out of the woodwork and blah blah blah. So and then they're like, oh well, I'll sponsor it, and they get their name on it. We've got Hank on camera 4 over there. We got Will on camera 3. We've got Paul running the audio over there. Thank you, Paul. We've got Ariel, the archivist, in the other room, who handles all of our hard drive work. Ariel, the archive therapist. Oh, she can't be called a therapist. What can she be called? A coach, and soon to be something else that's more than coach and less than therapist. You got to have your master's to be an actual therapist.
Certified
something. Yeah, something. Anyway, so that's it. Cheers. Stand the man. I'm happy you're here, buddy. It's good to see. It's nice to see you. Here, let's see. get a shot of you, just because, like, you know, I mean, it'd be silly if we didn't, right? Oh, well, I meant while you were with your belly exposed and everything. That's the. Oh, now he's pulling it down.
Why didn't you tell me the shirt was too short?
I think it was great. Now it looks like you got to go pee. All right. Sorry about that, everybody. Here we go. Look at that shot of Stan.
Awesome.
There goes the mic. Awesome. Okay, East Coast feeds. All right, real quick. Danbury Chive and the Munchkin checking in. I believe we're at, well, let's see where they are. East Coast feed. Roll it out.
East Coast feed. Tell Uncle Jay where we are.
We're at B&W and we're going to paddle boat.
We're at BMW doing paddle boats, Uncle Jay and Nicole. We're sitting here in the back of the dealership, right? And Coraline is pedaling, right? She's steering. We're just having a good day. It's a nice Saturday of relaxation. Brooke is working. We just got done with T-ball. Right, Monkey?
Mm-hmm.
Good stuff. Family fun day. Where are we going next after this? Going to lunch with Grandma and Pop-Pop. We're going to barbecue. And then we're going to the carnival at the mall. I'm sure you remember that, Mr. Ryan. The carnival at the mall. Big thing for the kids. All right, that's it. Say goodbye to Uncle Jay and Aunt Nicole.
Bye.
East Coast feed. East Coast feed. There we go. All right. Love you guys.
Oh, yeah. I love it. I love it. He's adorable, but all I could take from that was that he went to work on his day off. They were at the little boat in the lake behind the BMW dealership.
Yeah.
It's adorable. That little kid is a little kid now. She was like a little. I held, you know. I mean, last time I saw her it was about this big, about this big. I mean, in person. I've been paying attention on the show all the last couple of years, obviously. So cool. And then, all right, here we go. One more. East Coast feed. Roll it out.
Jonesy, East Coast feed. Tell Uncle Jay, where are we now?
Ferris wheel.
Ferris wheel. Who loves the Ferris wheel? Who else doesn't like the Ferris wheel? How you doing over there? You good?
No, I'm not okay.
Not okay?
I can see the whole car. It's one way today.
I know, you can see all the cars. We're at the mall. Right? Pretty cool. We're just enjoying a little Ferris wheel action.
2 seconds. Oh my god, we're not moving.
Brooke's having a panic attack apparently because, you know, it's a Ferris wheel that isn't moving. It's just fun to watch her every time. Right, babe? How you doing? Say hi to Jay and Nicole. East Coast feed! Here we go. Ready, watch. Anyway, Coraline, how old are you right now?
Oh my god.
5. Yeah. And
Oh my God.
Oh my god, I'm gonna cry.
You see, this is how we do it in the Greater D Block Ferris wheel ride. We did bumper cars. Coraline, did you like the bumper cars?
No.
Why didn't you like the bumper cars?
I'm actually gonna have a panic attack. I need to get off of this thing. It's not funny. It's not like I can't.
Anyway, we'll let you guys go.
No.
Love you guys. Say bye to Uncle Dan and Nicole.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh, yes. I love it. Poor thing. Oh, so many things here. I guess for producer Mike first, the where they were there and the roadway in the background, you would know from the Comedians in Cars episode of Jerry Seinfeld and David Letterman when they were driving the Volvo. They were going back and forth on that highway in the background there. That's the Danbury Mall where I grew up, and also it was the home of where that mall stands. It used to be a farmland, and it was the Danbury Fair growing up. And that was like the state fair or whatever. It was a big deal. They had a racetrack there right next to the airport. And that's where I don't know if I met Paul Neuman when I was a kid or not. I can't remember that part because we saw him so many times later. But I know for sure that was where I got the picture taken where my dad's holding me in front of the Paul Neuman race car, the Planters Peanut car. I don't remember the number, whatever that is. And that's kind of cool. But yeah, Danbury, Connecticut, Danbury Chive, and I also do not like Ferris wheels. Not because I'm afraid of the heights, although I guess I am afraid of the heights, since we're calling them the heights. It's what she's dealing with there. Someone else is in charge of everything. It's not like you get on and then you get off. Nope, everybody else has to do the same thing. So it's this whole long, lengthy process.
I'm with you on that.
Over it. Forget it.
Yep. I went on once and enjoyed it fine, but like everyone having to do that thing, No.
Yeah, I know. I guess the vantage point of the park and everything is what you want to see, but whatever. Not enough. Not enough for me.
We have the internet now. I'm fine.
Yeah, right. There's GoPros and Casey Neistat. We don't need to do that.
All
stuff
good.
anymore. All right, East Coast feed. Done. Oh, and then I thought this was kind of funny. Did you notice he's like,
East Coast speed. Jonesy, East Coast speed. East Coast speed. Jonesy, East Coast speed. East Coast speed. Jonesy, East Coast speed. East Coast speed.
yeah, all right. Could have gone on that quite some time. Wow. All right. TBT Father's Day. Yeah, I told you about the chairs. Oh, we're burning time now, aren't we? I mean, burning. It's tons of time. Might be scratching this off. Let's see. What is going on the Instagram, by the way, producer Mike? Because I haven't. While I said I would have this, I haven't actually looked at it. Weather
we got
has
some
warmed
folks
up on the
buying
crest. Tops
badges.
down, everyone. Oh, Sean
Hank
Bishop
Camera
is here.
4 bought a badge. Auto-kennel bought a badge.
Oh, thanks, you guys. I'm just noticing Sean Bishop is here, which is funny because we thought he might be here tonight. I'm really looking forward to when he gets here. Lynn Woodward says, I love you both. Shazam says, while we are waiting for the show to go, let's buy badges to support the show. Oh, that's nice. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I was at the top. Oh, my God. All right. Oh, no. What happened now? Did I get out of there? Oh, yeah. Go back. Oh, no. Is it all gone? No, it's all still here. Gee whiz. Old guy coming through. I can live feed from the 944 Turbo on my way to a rally. Let's do it. I'm glad you got it fixed. Did you get it fixed? I saw you were at TRE and that it was a transmission linkage issue. He was on his way to a rally. You everybody know auto-kennel, right? I don't need to do all that. All right. Paul from auto-kennel on his way to do a rally in the white 944, otherwise known as the Ryan's loaner car. And he lost fifth gear, and then couldn't get it into fifth gear, and he could feel it kind of loose and sloppy, and then he got off the highway, and then he realized he didn't have first or second either, so he only had third and fourth, which means he only had the center section of the six, of the, what's that called? The gate? The guy who would answer all the questions is too busy taking pictures over there. You're the one who knows all that stuff. The gate, right? You call that a gate or the? Yeah. Could only go 3 and 4, which is the center gate. So he was on the grapevine, going over the grapevine, going north, like too far. After that, there's nothing forever until like San Francisco and stuff, and Anderson's Peas soup place, which of course you see for miles and miles and miles. Anyway, he was able to limp it back to TRE, and I think TRE got him all sorted. Are you still there, auto-kennel? Share this video so they can watch it too. Yeah, let's share that shit. I don't know how to do that. I can't do too many things. Manuel Carrillo says, I love you guys. Awesome.
Hey, buddy.
And he also says, best East Coast feed ever. We'll let them know. Look at that. East Coast feed's getting viewer mail stuff. Auto-kennel,
AJ,
join the shit
Auto-kennel
if you can.
still is here. They
Yeah,
are here
join the
still.
shit if you want to. Why not? I mean, what else are we doing? I can do the TBT. And the TBT is, I'll tell you what it is, and then we'll watch it later. The TBT is from, I know, too many buttons, too many things. It's from this weekend last year. It's Father's Day weekend, everybody. Shout out to all the fathers out there. And all the fathers out there. My dad's dead. I don't get to celebrate it anymore. I celebrate him every year. I celebrate him every day. This is how we make light of things. We joke about things that are inappropriate to joke about. Anyway, it's Father's Day this weekend. 1 year ago on Father's Day, there was the Peterson, whatever it's called, the big parade drive that they did for Father's Day into Beverly Hills. Magnus Walker was part of it. He invited some people out. We went.
That was a year ago.
I know. That's what I'm talking about. And remember, we went and made a little video of it that day. Bruce Meyer was so nice. He sort of accidentally invited us into the parade. We were just going to show our support in the beginning, and we pulled in at the same time, and I said, Bruce, where do we park? And he's like, are you coming on the parade? And I was like, yes. And he was like, pull right in. And we're like, okay. You sign up over there at the tent. Give me. I was like, okay. And next thing we knew, we had the things and the sticker, and we were in the parade. But we made a video about it. It was a really fun day, especially because we did not expect. We thought we were going to support the thing, and then they would all leave, and we would come home. But we ended up having to drive all the way through Beverly Hills. Oh my God, I forgot. I had to pee. Do you remember where
Yeah.
I can't tell you. Can't tell you where I peed. I did pee. I peed in a place you're not supposed to pee. I mean, like, I peed in a very, very bad place that you're not supposed to pee in Beverly Hills. It's amazing that I'm not in trouble.
True.
But I had to pee. You know when you have to pee? I mean, like, it's not hold it. We're past it. We are past it. Oh my God!
Excuse me,
I forgot
Jay?
all about that. I forgot all about that. I was like Frogger going across the street trying to find a panicking more. I'm sweating. Oh my God, that was awful. And then when you gotta go, you gotta go. And then somehow a solution presents itself. Not the best one in the world, but one did. Thank you to the city and police department and fire department of the city of Beverly Hills. Thank you very, very much.
Excuse me, Jay. Auto-kennel has sent in another request to join.
Oh, great. Totes ignored that Porsche girl. Sorry. Okay, just joined and sent another request. Oh, my problem is I'm looking at the thing and I don't see any because it's not here. It's over here. Son of a bitch. I'm sorry. Oh, I can't see shit. Except I'm coming, auto-kennel. Wait, no, hang on, auto-kennel. Oh, I never shared the... Fuck, this is getting bad now. Hang on. I've closed out. Now I have to share this device. Sharing this device. Starting broadcast. Stand by. Fuck it, I'll write it and we'll do it live. Here we go. Now, if Instagram is still there, fingers crossed. No, maps, that's not it. Here we are. Are you guys still there? Woohoo! All right, now hang on. If I did that right, now I can do this. Oh, yeah! All right, so you're there, and I'll turn the volume up. All right, we're going to get this, folks. And now I can do this. Oh! We got a show here. Woo! Hey! I'm sorry the volume is so bad. We're in an old iPhone here.
No, I'm going over the grapevine. In fact, I'm right where it, knock on wood, broke before. So I'm hoping I don't lose reception.
So I kind of told everybody briefly what happened. Can you give us your experience?
Yeah, no, you pretty much nailed it. At 11 o'clock this morning, going over the grapevine, basically went to fourth gear, and then I went back to fifth gear. And when I went to fifth gear, I couldn't get to fifth gear. And I'm going by Pyramid Lake, and hopefully I have reception. Started calling all the Porsche dealers in Fresno, Bakersfield. I mentioned the word 944, and they all ran for the hills in terror. It's like, guys, this is more conventional than a 911, but and I figured I'm really calculating on the rally. I could probably live without fifth gear, and it's not so bad. So we were meeting. I had Matt Abrams, Cars and Cannabis, behind me, and another friend, and we decided we'll get to Buttonwillow for lunch, and we'll see what it is. Meanwhile, while I'm driving, I'm taking apart the shifter. I'm on YouTube looking at videos, just trying to figure out what I will be doing. And bottom line is, as soon as I got to lunch in Buttonwillow, realized that I didn't have first, second, fifth, or reverse. And I decided that what it looked like was I was going to have to go under the rear end of the car, and then on top of the rear end. It's just like you have to be a freaking Cirque du Soleil contortionist to freaking get, to the part. And I just quickly turned around, started heading back to switch cars. I called Dave at TRE, and it took three guys 3 hours to fix it. It was stupid. It was just a little linkage that screws into the transmission, after 125,000 miles in 30 years, came loose.
Mine was loose, and I told you driving yours that yours felt loose. Mine didn't come out like that, but they fixed it before it did.
Well, maybe...
But doesn't it feel markedly different now, like they fixed your whole shifter assembly? Oh, he's gone. Cannot confirm nor deny. Everybody get that?
It feels the same. probably lose you because of reception.
All right. Well, I mean, we were done. But it was great to see you. Thank you for the update, and have a great time on your rally, and I guess we'll see you at GBBC next week.
Sounds good.
Oh, and let me know if I need to come down and get that painting from that guy, because that guy, I got to shout out that guy, the Atomic Age, Diego, is that his name?
Yeah, Diego. Yeah.
He's the nicest guy. He sent an amazing thing for the foundation, a beautiful painting that we're gonna mount and then do prints of, and I think he was gonna send it to you. So whenever, if you've already got it, let me know. I'll come down and get it. And if not, keep an eye out for it.
All right, I'll reach out to him, figure out what it is.
Sweet.
I'll look for it.
He had your address. He goes, "Is it okay if I just send it to auto-kennel?" I was like, "Yeah, that's great."
I'm an excellent art mule. So, no problem.
Thank you, buddy. Have a great trip. Enjoy your rally, and hello and love to everybody.
Same. Bye, Nicole. Love you, Nicole.
Bye. Love you too.
Love you. Bye.
Oh, what a good guy. That was awesome. Thanks, Paul Kennel. And if you're just tuning in, Paul Kennel was just here, and he still is over here because of the delay. What a good guy. Hurry up, Paul, says Lane Skelton Design. They're probably waiting for him up there. Grapevine problems, that Porsche girl says. Laura, are you going to come back here, man? I know that we talked about it, and then when we tried to, you were like, you had so much stuff. You got your trip. You know, she just went to Europe. She may still be there. Are you still there, or are you back? Laura. She had a great, like a month-long trip. Oh, no, you got to still be there because you're going to do the Mille. She's going to drive the Mille Miglia.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. In an old 356. Or actually, it might be a Speedster even.
Oh, I want to hear about that.
Yeah, so, all right, so you're, let me tell you this. You're coming back after that trip, Laura, the Porsche girl. That Porsche girl. Son of a bitch. I know. She's like, I'm here. I know. I'm delayed. I'm delayed because I'm over here. You're there. I'm here. Oh, God. Stan the man, are you okay? You know, there's so many chairs here. We have so many chairs. I feel bad that you're on the floor.
I'm having a great time. You should have a full audience here.
The floor's clean. The floor's nice and clean.
I do it's vacuumed every day.
Every day. Zach Clapman. You want to know who gave me crap for it? Zach Clapman gave me crap for that. The very real Zach Clapman from the Smoking Tire. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Did something go wrong? Your feedback helps us improve. I must have shaken the iPad. You know, everything else, you shake the iOS and it goes, oh, you delete. You want to undo? Undo. iPad's like, you want to report a problem? Straight to the home office? Like, shit, no. I mean, I do, actually. Oh, you want an update on that iPad situation? So, get ready for this. Oh, can I do it on this? Yeah, I can do it on this. Here, but I'll have to leave the live. Guys, Cars and Coffee, Cars and Comedy, the show is going to leave the live for 1 second, but it'll be right back. All right, hang on. And what did I say I was going to do? All right. Oh, no, it's gone here now, too. Oh, you're tricky. You're tricky, you sons of bitches. Earlier, when I signed in to Cars and Comedy on this, I could have gone live. It was there. And now it's not. And I thought, I probably, by too much shaking it off with Taylor Swift in the beginning of the show with the warm-up music in the background, I thought, they probably kicked us off too much because we're fucking shaking it off. I think I don't know. Shit, I don't know. Instagram, I don't like it. Yeah, you know what? I'll report that problem. Report a problem. I'm going to report this problem. Can't go live anymore? Thanks. Fabicus. Thanks. Got it. Submitting. I'm submitting. Next. Oh, no. Send a report, yeah. Include complete logs and diagnostics. Sure. Send the whole thing. You can have anything you want. Now they have access to my photo library and everything else on here.
Cool.
Okay, how do we join the live again? I don't know what's going on over there. Oh, here we are. Hi. Did I miss anything? Anyone watching can see that you're watching too. Well, that's what you want to do. Request to join. Wouldn't that be funny? Hank on camera 4 is here.
Hi, Hank.
I'll tell you what, for a show that we didn't put out much, I sure am tired. I think we'll save the scratcher for another day. We still have to do the TBT.
Whoa.
I think we'll do that. I think we'll do that on the. Well, you know what? We'll do the TBT now, and then we'll come back to say goodbye. How's that? Does that sound good?
Yep. I said yes.
No, I heard you.
Okay.
No, I heard you.
Good.
But you're one vote. No offense. There's a lot of people here.
Sometimes I say things and I hear them.
Oh,
So
no,
I'm
it really
making
happened.
sure.
It really happened. I like being able to hold this and see it a lot. I really do. But maybe when I need it is better than on all the time. I'll just put that down and off. Oh man, it's so much better. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Sorry about that. Oh, what's that? Who's there? Oh, shit. Something there. Favorite. My favorite is this one. Oh, $1, Bob. And then everybody remember this from the beginning days? Life with the Ryans. It looks like this. All right, now I'm just pushing buttons. All right, here's the TBT. The TBT from Father's Day 1 year ago this weekend. And a mega shout out and thanks. It's mega, not maga. Mega shout out and thanks. Mega thanks. And a shout out to Mr. Bruce Meyer, who allowed us to join in on the festivities this day. Thank you, Bruce. And I love you, Dad. R.I.P. Roll it out. Happy Father's Day! Woo! You don't know what we're laughing at. What are the chances of that happening? We've all got lots of bags. We're not the auto-kennel. That's funny though. Somebody recognizes us through. Yeah, thank you. The one time, I'm so grateful to you for that, but thank God I actually got it. It's like story time here. Look, we got I see Stan on the floor over there. It's we used to play Romper Room, right? All right. Wasn't that nice? Wasn't that a nice video? Like
Yeah.
it reminded me of all the people we saw that day. I completely forgot Caitlyn Jenner was there. I completely forgot the Back to the Future car was right next to us.
Yeah, I forgot everything except being there.
Lynn Woodward was in, whatever that was, with Derek Lane Powell. Very cool. Just a great time.
Such a
1
fun
year
day.
ago. I can't believe it was a year ago.
That I cannot believe.
You must have had a cane? Because
There's
you got
a shot
out.
of me in a wheelchair.
Oh, you were in a wheelchair. Okay, I couldn't remember that. Because I remember we parked next to that like $30 million Ferrari, and I was like, how do we get this?
That was tight, but
I do remember I parked you next to a bench, and then we talked to people up there. That's right.
Yeah.
While I was looking for a restroom. By the way, I'm going to say right now, I will never tell you where I had to pee. People are going to ask me. I will never tell you because I can't. I can't reveal it. I can't reveal it. I don't want to, and I can't. Crazy. Just tell you, it was crazy. They say all which separates men and boys is the coverage for their toys. What types of toys are we talking about today, Mrs. Nicole?
collections and stuff
Yeah.
of everything.
Oh, that's a good point. It's true. Anything that's insurable. We talk about the cars a lot on this show because of the cars. But we have some comedy items that are pretty insurable as well here in the late night playset on the Cars and Comedy Show with Jay and Nicole and Stan and Mike and Instagram and everyone on YouTube. Anyway, licensed in most states, St. Clair Insurance shops top providers so you get the best coverage for your toys. You? I heard it. And if you do, good morning, Vietnam. Man, I got to watch that movie again. Does everybody remember that movie? Robin Williams. So good, right? It was funny as a kid, and then it was horribly depressing as a young adult when you start to figure out what's going on in the world. And I'm hoping as a later adult, I'll be able to I sound like I've crested the hill. Now that I'm in my senior years, I'm hoping that I'll be able to see it from both sides and enjoy the whole package. Anyway, back to St. Clair Insurance. You know, Jeff St. Clair loves that movie too. I'm sure of it. Who wouldn't? Go check out the goddamn coverage for your toys. I'm not shitting you. You got to get your ass over to St. Clair Insurance. You're going to go say hi to Jeff St. Clair. You're going to tell him Nicole said hello. Everything must go. This is one of those. It sounds like Nationwide Warehouse, Nationwide Warehouse, Nationwide Warehouse. Sofa-sized art, marked down. We've lost our lease. Everything must go. His prices are insane. Do you remember that? So you just go to www.coverageforyourtoys.com. Coverageforyourtoys.com.
Coverageforyourtoys.com. Sorry, guys.
And tell Jeff St. Clair that we say hello, Nicole especially, because...
I can't.
Also, Series 1 Films. We've got a good friend over in Series 1 Films. This episode has been brought to you in part by our friends at Series 1 Films. Series 1 Films helps automotive brands create engaging cinematic content for social media and advertising to grab and hold your ideal customer's attention. Check them out by going to series1films.com, series1films.com,
Series1films.com.
and tell Taylor that Nicole says hello because...
I can't.
And the 1 is a number 1, by the way. Series 1. Or just come up to GBBC tomorrow, where Taylor usually is, and you can talk to him or put him on the payroll in person.
I can't wait.
I know. We've got way too many things here, but I think we've done it all, right? Did we get to everything? I think we did. Did you hear about this?
East Coast speed.
Jonesy, East Coast speed?
East Coast speed.
Jonesy, East Coast speed?
All right, that's enough of that. No, how's the weather tonight? Because we're going to wait to see if we get a response on the microphone story before we just go calling them every damn night and annoying them. Canadian producer Mike up there in Canada, do you have anything else before we sail this thing for the weekend?
Just great to be back. Love you guys. And look what you can make chicken salad out of chicken shit. What a great show.
You know, I think I noticed. You've never been somebody who I would have called overweight, not even a little bit. But have you lost weight since your trip? Is that maybe it? Does he look trimmer in the face? There's something going on. Maybe you got color. Something.
I believe
maybe
I
you
just
trimmed your
have a
beard.
song. No. It's longer, if anything.
Maybe
if anything, I just have I have a song in my heart.
Right. Yeah. An egg in your shoe. Sure. I'd like to ask a question. What do people like of? What do people think? Rather, do people like Nicole's shoes? Ashers, by the way, they're called Ashers.
Yep.
Do people like her Ashers? Asshole. I
would have thought those were Vans.
They are. They're Vans. They're Vans.
Okay.
You're 100% right about Vans, but I guess that checkerboard pattern, and maybe Asher maybe is the original designer of it. I don't know. But when you look on the website, they're known as Ashers, and these are the red Ashers versus the black Ashers. Maybe that's a guy. Maybe it's a person. I don't know what it is. I'm new to Vans. I'm a Converse guy. Chuck E. Cheese, baby. No? All right. Nobody cares. All right. Fine. Now is the time to thank everyone and follow everyone and plug everyone. So thanks for watching. Thanks everybody for being with us here on Instagram. Thanks for hanging out during the the tears earlier. We're gonna call the show Cheers and Tears. That's gonna be the new name of it. Tinker Engineering. Oh wow. Hi. How you doing? Tinker Engineering. Can you if I don't have a full stroke right here on the air, where are you located? I was under the impression you were in Northern California, and somebody recently just told me you weren't. You were down here, because we would love to have you on the show, but I thought that geography was an issue. And if it's not, and you're local, what are we waiting for? I mean, if you want to. If you don't, that may be what we're waiting for. If you have zero interest in this, maybe we'll just skip it. Good. Oh, God damn. Here we go. Get my iPad. We were just saying goodbye, too. This thing was almost over. We almost sent it. Sierra Madre, Pasadena. Oh, crap. So that's what, well, gee whiz. Do you want to come over sometime and do the show? I mean, we won't book it right here and now, but if you say yes, then I'll reach out to you and we'll do it someday. Someday. Oh, well, I don't know if that means... I don't know if that's a yes or a like, yeah, sure, see you there. Someday, yo, you both. Uh-oh. She says, yo, you both. Yo, you both. Oh, that'd be cool. Okay. Oh, again, still. You know what? We'll just put a pin in it. Know that you're invited. Know that you're invited. All good. I don't want to embarrass myself here in front of everybody. We've done enough of that. You've already cried. I've already shown way too much stuff. What time do you guys get started at GVBC? Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. It gets started before we get there. All morning long is my answer to people. If it were a specific time, we would clog up the road. So it's all morning long. People come and go all morning long. I've seen photos of people up there at like 7 in the morning when we're getting ready to leave, and I've seen people stay till 2, like us and other people. So it's all morning long. People are there at least till noon. And Tinker Engineering may or may not be here in the future. I mean, she said it'd be cool. Francis, it's Francis, right? Francis. Let's do it. Sounds like a blast. She has accepted my pitch. You guys know Tinker Engineering, right? She's the young girl. She's working on the 914 project. She's been working on it for a couple of years. She was a little girl. Now she's a young woman.
Her.
Yeah. She interviewed us at the Sierra Madre.
Remember that?
She was like, hey, what's AutoFest mean to you? And I was like, what's AutoFest? And then from Reggie's bandmate from the Late Late Show, Tim's like, she's like, so what is now he got invited by Reggie, right? Who got invited by us. So he's like third person, he's kind of a car guy, but not a Porsche guy, whatever. So she goes up to him and she's like, so what does AutoFest get the microphone. So what does AutoFest mean to you? And he's like, friendship, tradition. He like listed off 10 things. He just went off and he was great. He's the best. It would be funny if I could have remembered him. Oh well, not so much. 3 more years to go on the project, yeah, for the 914, she says. All right, great. I don't want to burn it here. She's going to be here soon. I was under the impression she was living in 914 land. And she was living in upstate, up north somewhere. I thought she lived near that 914 rubber guy because they were together for some reason, and he's up there. Oh. All right, I know. Too much. Wrap it up. Let's get out of here. I know. We've already said goodbye. Canadian Mike, fucking throw something at me next time. All
Tell
right.
us where you pee, Jay.
No, I'm never going to. I mean, I can't. It's a very high-profile place in the heart of Beverly Hills.
Somebody guesses in the comments, we send them a hat.
Nobody will ever guess. Nobody will ever. Like, it's so obscure, nobody would ever in a million years get it. But yes, I'm telling you right now, if somebody gets it, I will give them that entire Brumos collection book. It's a $1,000 item. I'll buy them one, because that one's signed to us. I mean, it's that obscure.
Hublot.
What's that?
Hublot watch store.
Oh, see, that's funny. See, I wouldn't even know. That's pretty funny. Would that be a reasonable place someone would go?
Well, you gotta go to Hublot.
Oh, I see. He's doing a bit. All right. All right. Goodbye. Love everybody. Love you. We love you. We love you up in Canada. We love you on Instagram. Hardcore. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Thanks for buying badges. We love when you buy badges. Really, really appreciate it. And Hank on Camera 4 bought a badge. So great. Really appreciate it. We love everybody. Oh, yeah, tomorrow. Tomorrow's GBBC. See you up there at no particular time. And Saturday, I think we'll be at Beverly Glen. We've skipped that the last few times by accident, and I think we'll go to that. So that's what's up. Love everybody. Love you. We love you. I know I've done this so many times. Round the horn. We're going round the horn tonight. Have a great weekend. See you Tuesday. Who with? Don't know. Bye. We love you, Instagram. Thank you for being awesome.